welcome back to the Armed Scotsman. Today we're going to go over the Trijicon RMR HD. Let's get this one going. Alright folks, as I said, we're going to go over the Trijicon RMR HD real fast. We're going to go over what comes with this. It comes in your typical Trijicon hard case right here, and it's got like stickers and user manual, and it comes with a tool, which I'll show you, to take off the battery cap so you don't mar up the finish. Alright, let's change this camera angle around and go over the features of this optic. Alright, now let's take a close look at this RMR HD. These are, in my opinion, are really cool. I really like these. Obviously we have this mounted on a Glock MOS, and we have a plate under here to mount the RMR to. So as you can see, it is bigger than an RMR HD, an RMR Type 2, which is half the point. So you'll notice that we do have a larger window up here. And you'll notice obviously the frame is larger. Typical RMR would sit to about right here, and obviously we have the overhang right here. Adjustments here, this is for your brightness, that's the plus and the minus on either side to adjust how you would like your brightness. It does have your windage and elevations, and the normal spots is the RMR Type 2, so they're both right here. And then on this side right here, you'll notice we have a sensor. This is a sensor for auto adjust for your brightness, which is a setting that you can change to whatever you would like. It's very customizable. A lot of different features on this compared to the Type 2. And you'll notice here one of the big differences is it does have the top loading a battery right here, and that's what this tool is for. So you can put that in there and take out your battery without scuffing that up. It does take a CR2032, and the battery life is estimated at approximately 3 years, which is pretty good. I change my batteries out once a year personally, and that's, you know, one of the big things with the RMR. You'd have to take it off because the battery's stored underneath, and now we have the top loading battery. So a big fan of that. Definitely a big fan of that. You can see here we just have it on the dot right now because it does have a multiple reticle system. It does have a circle dot, a circle like segmented with a dot in the center. This is a 3.25 MOA dot. There is a 1 MOA dot also, but I think 1 MOA for me is personally just a little too fine. And then up here, actually, this is actually designed to be a sight. So if your optic goes down, it's saying you should maybe be able to use this, which I haven't really tried yet, to be honest with you. I do have co-witnessing irons on here that if it does go down, that I can still match up like so and use those backup irons. What you're going to want to be aware of is the overhang, which is right here. So obviously your typical RMR, as I said, will stop right there, but this being obviously the overhang, this optic might not fit some slides, or it will fit with an RMR, but what I'm saying is if it's too close to that ejection port, it's going to cause you a lot of problems. So you want to be aware of that. I have, obviously, this is my Glock 19 MOS, and I haven't had any problems with it. The overhang, it doesn't go all the way to the ejection port. It gets pretty close, but it doesn't get all the way there, so it has been just fine for me. The really cool thing, like you know, when the SRO came out and I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's a really cool optic. I like the size of the window. It was crystal clear, you know, over the RMR. I was like, oh, that's so nice. But then obviously the drop test came out, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's not going to work for me. So the thing I love about this is it's kind of like if the RMR and the SRO had a baby. It's got the SRO size, it's got the RMR durability, it's kept the RMR shape. It's just larger, so you can, you know, so if you drop and it impacts in the top here, it's still designed the same way as the Type 2, so it will take those impacts. So this is a duty grade RMR, you know, red dot. Compared to the SRO, I would say it's more of a competition, not duty, in my opinion. It is mounted with 2 screws right here also. Let's go ahead and open this up and let's take a look on the inside here. All right, so I'm not sure how well you can see down in here, but we've taken the battery out on the top here, And that is the inside. Yeah, again, I'm not sure if the lighting conditions are really going to show it. So this is the battery cap right here with the CR2032 in the side, and it does have a rubber O-ring going around the outside here, so when you put this in, it seals it up, and it is submergible down to this, I believe they say 66 feet, so if you want to go diving with this for some reason, obviously you can do that. All right, let's take a look at some of the functions on here. So as I said, we're on the single dot right now. If you want to switch the reticle, you're going to push down on both buttons and hold for approximately 10 seconds. And you'll see it flashing, maybe less than 10 seconds. And then you're going to push the up or down button. You can see here now I switched it to the segmented circle with the 3.25 MOA dot. After about 10 seconds, this will stabilize and it locks it in place like so. It just did it there. Now, also, if you like your red dot to be at a certain brightness, so say we go down or up, wherever you're at, and you're like, okay, that's where I want it to be. If you press one up or down on the power buttons and hold it for 3 seconds, it flashed right there. And actually what that did was it locked the brightness in place, so it won't change. To undo that, just press both buttons for a second, and it should take it, there you go, take it off of that setting, and then you can adjust it again. So very cool, and you can do this with the 3.2 MOA dot too. So if you want to, if you like your red dot just set at a certain level, you can do that. If you want to change and use the sensor, so it auto adjusts for you, you can set that to do it also. So definitely lots of different ways that you can use this reticle and change it and customize it a little bit for yourself. I really like the segmented red circle with the dot, but I feel like for me, if you're shooting a little further out, for some reason it gets a little cluttered, but for up close and personal, obviously it's really great. I'm going to leave it on my 3.25 MOA dot, just a single dot for now. So as I said, really great optic, really customizable, and you can set it how you like. Very nice. All right, so kind of what's my overall thoughts on this RMR HD? And bear in mind, this is more of an initial thoughts. I am several hundreds and hundreds of rounds, I don't even know, probably less than 1,000, not over 1,000, but I'm through quite a lot of rounds shooting this gun with the RMR on here. Is it worth upgrading over the RMR Type 2? Yes, in my opinion, yes it is. It comes with a lot more features. Choose multiple reticle system. You've got the top loading battery. You've got a larger window. You still got that Trijicon reliability though. I am a big fan of these. Now, at the time of posting this, I've seen stupid prices for these, and I would not recommend upgrading at those price points where they're $800–900. It's ridiculous. Sign up for in-stock alerts and things like that. I picked up 2 of these for $579, which is more realistic where they should be. And at that price, yes, I do recommend this over the Trijicon RMR Type 2. Not in saying that, I love the Type 2. If you don't want to upgrade, they're still really great. Really great optics. However, if you're wondering if they're worth upgrading, I did buy 2 of these. I did switch them out on my other guns, so I have both of them are running RMR HDs now. So I am definitely more of a fan of these over the RMR Type 2 personally. But each to their own. Very cool optic. I'm a fan. Don't know what else more to say about that other than that. So yeah, that's just a really quick intro into these. You'll see these on my pistols. Whenever I'm shooting videos, you'll probably see these. So we'll see over time how they do, but I think they'll hold up just great. Anyway, folks, that is it from me. Any questions, any comments, please ask them below. Happy to help out wherever I can. And that's it. Until next time, we'll catch you later.